Good afternoon, Conquerors. Happy Faith Warrior Wednesday. Folks, I wanted to come to you today with a little passage to get us started. 1 Corinthians 16, verse 34. It reads, Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, and his love endures forever. No doubt about that in my mind. No matter what happens to you right now, just keep in mind, like I talked about Friday, it's a pruning process. It's just what we can do, what we have to experience to make us better as people. That's all it is to it. Don't put too much in it. Just accept it and make the best of the situation as best you can. And let us look back and see what bad decisions you made, and then what decisions you can make better to have a better future, you know? Alright, now, going back to my story a little bit. I think we left off around the time that I got out of the hospital. And looking back, man, I was good physically. I was good enough physically, where I didn't need to be in the hospital all the time. But I had a lot of growth to do. You know, I had a lot of getting better to do, a lot of advancing my abilities. And I can tell you, man, it was in the beginning, it was tough because I wasn't given a lot of opportunity to fail or succeed. So either way, I could have gone either way. But when I met my beautiful wife, man, my life changed in ways that I never thought possible. Honestly, that's the straight up truth. Man, we're gonna get back to it. One of the very first things that she did for me was, you can see, at the time, I didn't have my driver's license. It got suspended because of for medical reasons. Obviously, I was bad off. People expected me to be probably worse off than I was even then, but I wasn't that way. So I had to tried at the time to get good enough to get my license back, to do what I could to make myself better in order to be able to do that. And she took it upon herself. One of the very first things we did was she came into my life and gave me her car to practice with. I mean, granted, she was there too, so it's not like she just gave me her car, but she let me drive her car to practice and better myself. Which, I mean, an old neighborhood back in the day that it's not used anymore, abandoned. So I didn't have to worry about traffic, but I just had to get a good feel for driving, and that was it. And I mean, to make a long story short, for the last 5-6 years now, I've been a professional driver. So I've had people ride with me, and what I've done is I ran a shuttle for a car dealership locally, and there were times that shuttle was packed with 7 people going 7 different directions. So not only did I have to organize who was going to where first, I had to get them there safely, get back safely. So that was, I mean, you just do what you gotta do, guys. It's not that difficult. I mean, I was blessed, and things weren't bad for me because I feel like I had the path that everybody has to be able to better yourself. I was given a way to do that, given a route to do that, and that's what I did. I mean, I've proven that beyond the shadow of anybody races mind out that I can drive well. So I can drive very well. I got a new truck now, so I've been able to maneuver everything extremely well. I've started from worst and moved up to first and west. One way to look at it when it comes to what I'm driving. So you figure out, take steps and you get better along the way. Yeah, that's all it is to it. You have to do that. You have to understand that you're blessed. The road is cleared for you by a man that came to before us 2,000 years ago. It's just up to us now to recognize that and have the confidence and move forward. That's all we have to do. We have to know it, understand it, and do our job. My favorite football team, the New England Patriots, came up with a phrase a couple of years ago that I strongly believe in, and I still need to get a shirt with it. But it had their logo, and it said, "Do your job." Plain and simple, that's all it is. You know your piece, and you know what you can do. And you can do it in the righteous ways of doing it. So my thing is, my advice, just do it. Alright guys, that's my Faith Warrior Wednesday. We'll talk again on Faith and Fitness Friday. See you guys.